Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've been on here. Just wanted to show off a new game that I've been working on in my free time. I tried to get back into game development recently. Last time I uploaded a video on here I think was a couple years ago, so yeah, I've had this game idea for a while. I thought this would be a good first game to do, since this is really my first game idea that I'm actually implementing. I've used tutorials on YouTube and Gemini from Google to help out with little things here and there. So yeah, basically the idea is when the game's finished, I want it to be like Angry Birds where you can slingshot your character. But you got to try to see how far you can get when you slingshot your character. Obviously there'll be a tracker that will say, how far you've went. But instead of it just being single player, I want it to be multiplayer, so it's you versus 3 other people. And I'll hit play right here. Idea of the game is, you slingshot your character. Oh, there was a kaboom, I hit the bomb. And basically y'all all simultaneously slingshot your character at the same time, see who gets the furthest, and while you're flying, there's like bombs or, things that you can hit that will make your character fly even further and faster, stuff like that. So yeah, this is basically what I have right now. I have my parallax background set up. I got like an infinite looking game set up. Really, it's just the floor is not even infinite. As you can see, it's like from here to here. But I put code, thanks to Gemini, that basically when the character goes a certain amount of pixels forward, the bridge or the floor or whatever, it recreates itself up front. So when you're flying, it looks like there's an infinite floor below you. Same thing with the parallax background. Set up some code where it's just repeating itself, so it looks like it's a moving background as you're flying. Yeah, and I got this flying bomb character I got on itch.io. I think it was like $3. I thought it was really cool, so I was willing to pay for it. This is very, very, very like alphas. Whatever's before alpha, this is what this is. So basically the idea is maybe you hit this bomb and you can fly further, your character. So you can hopefully fly further than the other players. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of work to do. So I wanted to do my progress. I saw other YouTubers do their progress of their game development. So if I hit this bomb, let's see. It makes that sound effect. It blows up. It says kaboom. I don't know if you saw the text saying kaboom. I'm going to code it to where when you hit it, it shoots your character up even higher. We can review some of my code. Here's the code for the ground. So when the ground is 912 pixels exactly. Oops. If the player basically goes further than the position of the tile map plus the total amount of width that the ground is, the tile map will basically reposition itself to the next set of pixels, so it looks like it's an infinite floor. Let's see, slingshot. There's a lot of code in this. I got this from one of the tutorials on YouTube. Maybe some of y'all will recognize it. But this helps set up my slingshot. Right when this is called the script, the slingshot is idle. Left, right lines are set up, center of slingshot. The left and right lines will basically position themselves to the center of the slingshot. We'll grab the player and put them right in the center. Yeah. And then this is a big one. The apply central impulse method is what helps push my character. And I can increase this number right here and my character will fly even further or faster. But 5 seems to be pretty well with what I need. Let's see what else. Here's my player. Basically I'm saying, hey, right when it starts, he's frozen. You don't need to do anything with him. However, when the player's thrown, basically unfreeze him. Camera is basically set up on the player itself. Starting positions, global position. I actually got to figure out what that really means, honestly. Some of this code I really don't know what it means. I'm just kind of going along with the tutorials. But as time goes on, I think I'll understand it better. With every frame, if we're following the player, and if the player is a valid instance, we're gonna. I'll be honest. I know what this code is saying in a way. It's like the player position will follow you all the way up into 50,000 units. Once we get to 50,000 units on the x-axis, we'll stop following you on the camera. And I've had that happen so far, that the player flies so far that camera just stops following him. I actually want to change this to infinite so it can just infinitely run. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Parallax background. I've literally followed a minute long video to get this set up. I got 2 sprites of the same image. I got 2 of them, so there's an overlapping bug. Like while you're flying, the picture kind of grays out a little bit. But if you add the image twice, one at the starting point and then one right after the first image, it gets rid of that grayed out bug. There's still more of a background to add. I've only added 3 layers so far. Tile map layer is obviously the floor. The bomb itself, so we can go to the bomb. Have a script for the bomb. This is what Gemini helped me produce. I want to try my best to not rely fully on AI, but it's helped me get things set up faster than watching a YouTube video, honestly. So right when it pops up, the kaboom text is not visible. Start Y. Don't really know what that's for, but if it's exploding, just exit the function altogether. However, if it's not, and if it's not flying, start playing the flying feature for the bomb. Let's see what else. This kind of helps with the speed of the bomb flying guy going up and down. If I enter the bomb, so on body entered, if the body's a player, which is obviously me, and it's not exploding, detonate. And then the detonate function deals with the exploding sound, the exploding sprite animation, and the kaboom text. There's a lot of that here. I still need to learn a lot about tween property. Obviously Gemini produced a lot of this for me, but I know it has to do with how the positioning of different objects are in your game. So I really need to heavily invest on understanding what tween does altogether versus relying on AI all the time. Obviously when I get to more complicated features, it's going to be looking different. It's going to be challenging to use AI all the time. So the bomb animation, this one kind of was cool. But my animation for flying is I can play it down here. Play, and it kind of shows me what's going on. I followed a YouTuber. He said every 0.1 second you have the new frame of what's going on. So I followed that, and that looks pretty good to me. Explosion, same thing, 0.1 seconds. And that kaboom text up there, obviously. I didn't replay it because obviously when he blows up, we don't want the blowing up, the explosion to happen again. We just want it to happen once, and bam, he's gone. And we delete the bomb altogether. Let's see what else I have in here. The explosion sound, I look on Gemini. They said add the audio stream 2D. Add your sound right here. Once I add my sound, I've created my sound, and go to my script and I actually play the sound itself. So I said explosion sound equals obviously the explosion sound node. Down here when it's about to basically play, I say hey, explosion sound dot play, and it'll play the sound. Actually, I think it should only be on there once. I don't know why it's on there twice. I'll have to fix that. That's weird. Should only play once. But yeah, it plays. I'm saying, hey, let's wait until the animation's finished. Then we can turn it off. If the sound is playing, let's wait for it to finish, and then we can kill the node or the object.